Jake Paul's upcoming fight against Mike Tyson is one of the most talked about boxing matches in recent history, drawing in spectators from across the sports world and sparking debates between fans, pundits, and boxing legends. The bout, scheduled for November 15 at at Stadium in Texas, pits 58-year-old Tyson, one of boxing's most fearsome and legendary heavyweights, against Jake Paul, a 27-year-old internet personality who has surprisingly made a legitimate name for himself in the boxing ring. The fight has polarized opinions, with some viewing it as a compelling clash between old and new, while others express concerns over the age difference and possible safety risks. Tyson's presence alone commands respect. He retired from professional boxing in 2005 but has remained an iconic figure due to his sheer knockout power, unique personality, and enduring influence on the sport. Since he left the ring, Tyson has only returned once, in an exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. in 2020, which ended in a draw but drew massive pay-per-view sales. Tyson's reputation as a ferocious puncher and one of the sport's most dominant champions adds an intense air of unpredictability to the fight against Paul, who has been making headlines with his willingness to face various opponents, including former MMA stars and other fighters. Jake Paul, on the other hand, has shocked many by taking his transition into boxing seriously. After starting as a YouTube star, he shifted gears and pursued the sport professionally, initially facing harsh criticism and doubt from fans and analysts. However, Paul has proven that he is not just dabbling in the sport but is truly dedicated to it, having trained rigorously and built up a record with wins over former UFC fighters like Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley, as well as BKFC star Mike Perry. His dedication to training, combined with his youth and physical conditioning, has led some to believe he has a solid chance against the much older Tyson. Despite their age gap, Paul has shown respect for Tyson's legacy, understanding that he is up against one of boxing's most dangerous fighters. The fight has even garnered attention and predictions from current heavyweights Joshua and Tyson Fury, each representing differing perspectives on this unusual matchup. Joshua, who has always been respectful of boxing's elders, expressed concerns about the fight, particularly about Tyson's health and physical state. He acknowledged Tyson's legendary career and skill but ultimately predicted that Paul's youth and ongoing activity in the ring would give him the edge. During an appearance on the Jonathan Ross show, Joshua shared his hopes that Tyson would come out of the fight safely, while ultimately siding with Paul due to the age difference. "I pray that he comes out healthy. I think Jake Paul wins because of youth. That's the only thing," Joshua remarked, highlighting the natural advantages of age and stamina in boxing. Tyson Fury, the other towering heavyweight of British boxing, had a starkly different outlook. Known for his bombastic personality and loyalty to boxing legends, Fury refused to overlook Tyson's knockout power and long-established reputation as one of the hardest-hitting fighters in the sport's history. In an interview on the MMA Hour, Fury emphasized that, despite Tyson's age, his sheer power could be the deciding factor if he lands a solid punch. "If Mike Tyson hits anybody, I don't care if he's 90, he's going to knock them out cold," Fury stated. He expressed his full support for Tyson, whom he was named after, believing that Tyson's strength and experience would make him a formidable opponent regardless of the age gap. "Come on, Mike," Fury concluded, confident in a Tyson knockout victory. Adding to the intrigue, two of Tyson's former adversaries, Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield, have also weighed in with their predictions. Both men shared unforgettable moments with Tyson in the ring and have a first-hand appreciation of his capabilities. Lewis, who famously defeated Tyson in 2002, spoke to Fox 29 about Tyson's remaining potential, cautioning Paul not to take the veteran fighter lightly. He pointed out that Tyson's experience in high-pressure bouts and his ability to capitalize on his opponent's mistakes could work to his advantage. Lewis also mentioned that if Tyson can get close enough to deliver one of his signature combinations, it could spell a quick end to the fight. "If one of those punches catches Paul, he's definitely gonna go down," Lewis warned. Holyfield, whose rivalry with Tyson included the infamous ear-biting incident in the late 1990s, also supports Tyson's potential for victory, though he offers more technical insights. In his view, Paul's best chance at victory is to avoid giving Tyson too much space, as the latter's power is most dangerous when he has room to unleash it. Holyfield described Tyson as having a snake-like quality, able to strike quickly and unexpectedly. He advised Paul to smother Tyson, reducing the power of his punches by staying close. Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you, Holyfield explained, adding that giving Tyson room to maneuver would be a critical mistake. Jake Paul, despite his confidence, has acknowledged the challenge he faces and even admitted to feeling some intimidation after seeing Tyson's current physical shape and training videos. In a recent sit-down interview with Tyson, Paul praised the older fighter's dedication and expressed his own nervousness. Tyson, who has been sharing clips of his training sessions, showcased impressive hand speed and power in one viral video where he shattered a boxing pad with a punch, reminding fans of the strength that made him one of boxing's most feared champions. Watching these clips, Paul couldn't help but express his concern, saying, "This is the baddest man on the planet, heavyweight. I mean, just look at the guy sitting here right now, he's an animal. I get a little scared because of how good he looks." While the fight has sparked excitement among many fans, it has also drawn criticism and concern from parts of the boxing community and beyond. Critics argue that the fight may carry risks due to Tyson's age, noting that a boxing comeback at 58, even for an athlete as powerful as Tyson, could expose him to health risks against a younger, active opponent. To address these concerns, the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations sanctioned the bout with specific rules to mitigate risks, including 8 2-minute rounds and 14-ounce gloves, which are heavier than standard fight gloves and intended to cushion impacts. Still, the fight will permit knockdowns and knockouts, and neither fighter will be wearing headgear, maintaining an element of risk and intensity that adds to the spectacle. Despite the controversy, the event is poised to be a major commercial success. The undercard alone promises excitement, with the highly anticipated rematch between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano as a highlight. This card also marks Netflix's first foray into live sports, making the fight accessible to its massive subscriber base through streaming, accompanied by a 3-part documentary series that follows the lead-up to the event. With over 60,000 expected to fill AT&T Stadium, the fight promises to be not only a historic night for boxing but also a major media spectacle that blends sports, entertainment, and high drama. Ultimately, this fight represents a meeting of boxing's past and present, capturing the imaginations of fans from different generations. For Paul, it's an opportunity to prove himself against one of the sport's most revered names, while for Tyson, it's a chance to reassert his prowess and remind the world of the power that once made him the baddest man on the planet. The battle has become symbolic of the intersection between boxing's storied history and its future, influenced by modern personalities like Paul. The fight's outcome remains uncertain, with Tyson's experience and raw power standing against Paul's youth and dedication. As November 15 approaches, fans, fighters, and analysts continue to debate and speculate, waiting to see if Tyson can deliver one last classic performance, or if Paul will seize his chance to solidify a place in boxing history by defeating a legend. The event promises to be unforgettable, whether it ends in an explosive knockout, a display of technical skill, or a hard-fought decision. Regardless of the outcome, the fight will serve as a milestone moment, bridging the gap between eras and showcasing the evolution of a sport that remains one of the world's most captivating.